Pike's pushed more and forward up ahead. He's got out of line. It's now Pike going to have a go at Werrell. Don't push him off. He's in the championship fight. Jack Werrell chasing down Carl Jacklin. Further down, Rob Williams and Chris Barnes.
Sensational run outside line now though for the heavy braking zone. Around the outside goes the Audi R8.
Look how much Miller's caught back into play. Exactly. Miller's still such trouble. He's left on second and change. All of a sudden, Miller's back in play.
Put the power of Southern Shores Realty to work for you. With over 30 professionals in sales and rental management, Southern Shores Realty and I will get the job done right. I'm Rick Thompson, your Outer Banks real estate expert.
Call 261-2000.
Does he have it? Medeiros is going to get it. Medeiros is going to get it. He haven't got it. He's on the outside line though, going into the fastest corner on the circuit. Surely this can't work.
Dominic Ligner has got a sensational run outside line now though for the heavy braking zone. Around the outside goes the Audi R8.
Look how much Miller's come back into play. Exactly. Miller's still such up. He's not on second and change. All of a sudden, Miller's back in play.
Can Barry do it? Big Barry's going to do it. Big Barry!
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from wherever you may be in the world, and welcome back to the ASRL GT4 live from Atlanta Motor Speedway for round number 14. And we're going to be camping at Atlanta. Of course, we've got Atlanta Motor Speedway this week, the road course, and then the last race of the season for round number 15 will go to Road Atlanta, which of course is a beautiful track to race at. But before we go to Road Atlanta, we have the beautiful track of Atlanta Motor Speedway. Of course, an oval usually, but this time we've converted it into a road course, 3.87 kilometers. And at an altitude of 257 meters, of course, located in Atlanta in the USA. And as always, we are at the road course. Let's go and have a look down the track then. These drivers are already on their push laps. Welcome back. We're finally back live. We've had some issues in the last 2 weeks, which meant that we weren't able to do this live. So we'll have replays back and everything. And that's good, of course. Facundo Rago, the first time we did any broadcast here of the ASRL at, I think, Most Sport. I think it was, took the victory. So he became only the third different winner in at that time. Stays high, the usual oval things. A long back straight into another oval bit. No, Facundo, that's the wall. And you better reset there, sir. And he does. 7 minutes left, so he's got plenty of time. Here is Brody Gunter. A man to look at, Jordan Probst. Here we go. Green in sector 1, purple in sector 2 and 3. That last sector is so long compared to all the other sectors. Stay low here, stay as low as possible. There's enough banking for you and enough grip in the car to keep it completely pinned to that wide line. And across the line for him, it's going to be a 1:24.315 for Brian Dees. Props himself on a 1:22.115. Jumps up into provisional pole position. Alex Howland, where is he going to go? Across the line was purple in sector 1. Alex Howland does not go anywhere. Brody Gunter, he's now into the last sector. Across the line for Brody Gunter. And he goes up into P2, 4/10 though behind Jordan Probst. And Jordan Probst himself is purple again in sector 2 and 3. Improving across the board. The 62 is quick, and he's showing that with 2 purple sectors. But this is it for Jordan Probst across the line. His second lap. What is it going to be? This is his last lap across the line. And it's a 1:21.774. 7.5 tenths ahead of the whole field. Brody Gunter is going purple sector 1. Green sector 2. Yellow sector 3. Needs a good last sector. The last sector is effectively almost completely flat. So not too much to gain there. How's the McLaren gonna be in the straight? Doesn't keep it pinned to that tight line. Across the line for Brody Gunter, gets within 69 thousandths of a second. So that improvement from Jordan Probst has been proven to be vital. Corey Rutherford hasn't set a lap time. Joshua Rutherford is going for that though. Fred Thompson, Vernon Markheim and Corey Rutherford, the three drivers who haven't set a lap time. Now Corey has been out, and I think Corey has had off tracks in both of his laps. I think that's why he's not completing a lap. Because Batista, P9, across the line for him. Facundo Rago is purple. Ladies and gentlemen, Facundo Rago is purple. Across the line though for Nick Batista. It's going to be an improvement. It is not. Over to Facundo Rago. One of the last ones to come across the line for qualifying. Of course, Vernon Markheim and Fred Thompson have not even been out on track yet. Haven't even left pit lane. Facundo Rago though across the line. Is he going to go up into pole? No, he's not. He's almost 4 tenths off of Brody Gunter. So then, that concludes it, I think, for our grid. 3 minutes left in qualifying. I don't think either Vernon Markheim or Fred Thompson is going out. BMW is well represented. 5 of them in the field. And one of them at the pole position. The provisional pole position, we have to say. But it doesn't look like that pole position is going anywhere anytime soon. In total, we have 9 turns. 2 of those are, of course, banked turns. So we've got turn 1, a very long left-hander, goes on for a long old time. Then into 2 and 3, a little bit of a straight once again in between that 2. Then we have 4, 5, 6, and 7, which is quite a tight, twisty section. And then, of course, you've got it flat out of turn 7 through turn 8 and through turn 9 onto start, finish straight, and then down into turn 1 again. Full throttle time is quite a long time, I think, on this track. Now then, a minute left, and the lap times here are 1 minute 21s for the best drivers. Fred Thompson in pit lane, Vernon Markheim in pit lane, and Corey Rutherford in pit lane. All the rest set their lap times. So that means, ladies and gentlemen, that the grid is complete and that Jordan Probst will have his maiden pole position. Congratulations to Jordan Probst. Let us know in chat. Who do you think is going to win the first race? Of course, first race based on the qualifying result, the starting grid for race number 2. It's a reversed grid. So we won't really know who's going to be where for that. That is determined by the finishing positions. But let us know in chat where you think everyone is going to finish. That was it for qualifying. And let's have a look at the grid. It is Jordan Prop starts in P1 ahead of Brody Gunter in P2. Facundo Rago P3 ahead of Alex Howland in P4. Johnny Alford P5. Joshua Rutherford in P6. Gerald Williams P7 ahead of Brian Dees in P8. Nick Batista in P9 ahead of Ken Estep in P10. Fred Thompson in 11th. Vernon Markheim in P12. And last onto the grid is Corey Rutherford with 2 off tracks on his lap. So then, here you can see everyone lined up. Ooh, good one. Mullet Music Productions. That's a good one. I'm gonna go with Jordan though. I'm gonna back him to keep that first position throughout this first race. Well, Mike. Indeed they do. That is grading though. So let's go to the race. Jordan Props starting for pole position number green. And it is a great start though for Brody Gunter. Down the turn 1 already leads. A little bit further back it's Brian Dees ahead of Alex Howland, Gerald Williams. Joshua Rutherford has had a complete howler though in the Aston Martin. He's off at turn 1. So he won't be happy. Jordan Props, however, has got a chasing game in his hands now. But with that long back straight, which is basically full throttle, from turn 7 all the way down to turn 1, I expect that coming out of here, it's actually better to be in P2. Oh, okay. We've got Brody Gunter going below the white line. Now, I don't know if there was any regulations about this. I haven't read anything specifically about this, and from a driver who's in such a good championship position, I wouldn't expect it either. But he's going below the white line, which usually is not done. The white line indicates the circuit. Now, you have to stay within that. Go half a car over it, but not a complete car, and Brody Gunter just did that, which resulted in Jordan Props not being able to catch him. That's an interesting one. Let me know what you guys think of that. Facundo Rago, what are you doing? Off in a turn 1, he's going to get collected by the Aston Martin. Oi, oi, oi. Corey Rutherford. Well then, let's have a look at what Facundo Rago thinks then. Coming down on the turn 1 is just going to brake too late. Look at where the BMW brakes. He brakes now at start finish. Well, he brakes a bit later, but not too much. It's also not too much that he goes off. It's just once he hits that grass, he's gone. And then look, here comes the McLaren. No time to react. He's on the grass. Can't really do anything, and that Mercedes is done for. Here's the Corey Rutherford perspective. He's gonna turn, he's gonna turn, he's gonna turn. Yeah, oh well, he keeps turning. I think if he would have pointed straight there, he would have missed the Mercedes of Facundo Rago. But hey, it's always easy to set it afterwards. Back to live pictures. Brody Gunter leading the race, ahead of Jordan Probst. Jordan, however, though, all over the back of him. Those two getting away from Howland behind. That gap is 4 seconds now. Ryan Dees, P4 ahead of Jarrell Williams in P5. He's doing well to keep up with the speed. Jarrell Williams doing a tremendous job. I was about to say that they got fucking Durago ahead of them. Of course, those liveries look so similar, but it's Alex Howland who's got ahead of him. Here we go then, Jordan Probst is all over the back of him. I still think that this is not correct what the top two is doing. They're outsides of the white lines. Of course, you know that they're quick, so they're going to try to exploit every little bit to gain their advantage over their rivals. This is just going off the track to overtake. Jordan Probst tries it around the outside. That's never going to work in that corner. You're going to put yourself in the penalty spot. And if Gunter just goes a little bit wide and pushes you onto the grass just a little bit, you're off. Tries it then down the inside of turn 2. It's not going to work. Through turn 3 on the exit. Through the turn 4. Going the straight. Too short though to try anything though for Probst. Back out to the oval park we go in. Let's see who's going to go where. Jordan Probst is going to cut down. Going to get a little bit of a better exit. 4/10 is the gap. This is also interesting to know for the last lap where you want to be. No, this is stay there. Don't go high again, because then you have to stay high. Moved once, moved twice. Has to keep his line now. When he does so, once again he shows him the outside. And once again that's not going to pay off for Jordan Probst, but he knows that when he starts with 4/10s back, he can make it across the start-finish line before Gunter. That is crucial information for him for the last lap, but he doesn't want to wait in the last lap. Down's down the inside of turn 2. He's not going to get there. He's not going to get there. Not quite. Not yet for Jordan Probst. Let's stick behind for a little bit longer. Further back, Johnny Alfred side by side with Brian Dees. Both Porsches. The only 2 Porsches in the race. Brian Dees stays ahead of Alfred. Alfred though desperately trying to come back at him. Here we go down the inside on the low line. He's going to get through. This is all going to be about exit speed. Where are you at what point? 3/10s back going into the last corner. Look at the amount of speed that he's gaining. Now he's going to stick behind, but he has it when he wants it. The inside is for Probst now. McLaren though of Gunter. Hangs it around the outside. That's talent right there. That's talent and knowing where to put your car. Beautiful defense from Brody Gunter. Jordan Probst. Can't find a way past yet. Batista on the back of the BMW of Ken Estrup. Now I wouldn't expect Batista to go through here, but all of a sudden he was very close to Ken Estrup. Oh, Facundo. Good gonna ask me, Dan, why are you saying Facundo that many times? Well, I can show you, ladies and gentlemen. This is why Facundo Rago, oh, just a wall. Rookie error from Facundo Rago. And that, I think, completely eliminates him from this race. And he is in pit lane. He's not officially out. Vernon Markheim is out though. He's officially retired from this race. Let's look back with Brian Dees down on the turn 1. William is trying to get up into the podium as well to make it a 2-3 for BMW. So far, we've got 4 different manufacturers in the top 6. 5 different manufacturers in the top 8, which is absolutely great. Every car is quick in its own way. Here we go again. On board then, Jordan Probst. Ahead of us, disappearing for a second. Turns back, that BMW doesn't look great in a straight line. Now the gaining starts, The gaining has a big run on him. And even here, he would be ahead by his finish line, right? Not quite, when he pulls out, he hits the wall. Down the inside, you want to be as close to that one as possible. Just keep to your line here, yeah. That's what I would do as well. Just try to stay close to him now. There is that mistake, the little mistake that he needed. I think, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to come down to the last lap. I don't think Probst wants to overtake before the last lap, to be honest. See some shambolics from Günther as well. Oh, that blink distracted Probst well. Oh, that hit when they get onto the bank part. Want to avoid that as much as possible, I think. That could do damage to the suspension and the aero. A little bit of aero that these cars have. Fred Thompson up ahead of the BMW. Oh, to the outside he goes, and now he's first. And now he's going to pull through. Puts himself in the penalty spot though. Günther, does he go wide or not? Pushes him wide indeed. Now though, the cutback out of turn 1. To the outside for Probst. Doesn't get it again. The up and under though from Günther now. We try to put Günther in some difficult positions. Back onto the back of listen. Listen, next lap. That bag is goodness me. Johnny Alford on the back of William now. If he gets up into P4, we have 4 different manufacturers in the top 5. Well, we do have that now. 4 different manufacturers in the top 4. That's how I wanted to say it. Ahead of William though is Fred Thompson, his fellow BMW driver, giving it a bit of slipstream. He's using that to his advantage as everyone would. Gets him a little bit further away again from Alfred behind, but Alfred wins that position in the Penzor liveried Porsche. Props meanwhile. Oh, over Günther again. I would say that Günther is putting up a stellar defense here. But if this is anything to save for race 2, it means that it's going to stay close until the pit stops at least, and that's a good thing. I have the ballpark of 35, 36 laps. Then drops to the inside, no, sticks behind. Yeah, I can tell you one thing, Props is going to lead this right to the last lap. Ken Estrup is getting close to Brian Dees. That BMW is a rocket in a straight line. Pulls to the outside, Brian Dees. Is he going to be left out? He's going to be hung out to dry. No, he's not. BMW of Estrup doesn't dare to go around the outside. There wouldn't have been any room anyways if we look at the angle that he took through that corner. So a good choice by Ken Estrup not to go for that move. Oh, there's the mistake. Ken Estrup is going to capitalise on that. It's close up front. It's close for P4 and 5. All of a sudden, it's all closed up. But this is the closest battle we have. Estrup trying to pass these. The BMWs are strong on this track. The Porsche seem to be struggling for straight line speed. There goes Estrup on the lower line, and he gets it. Porsche tucks back into the slipstream now. Look how much he's losing though. Right then, I think that's as far as Estrup is going to go. There's the gap up ahead is 10 seconds, and he's not going to close that within 4 minutes without something up ahead going wrong. Jordan Props still on the back of Günther. Props, where are you going to go, sir? It's time for you now to tuck into that slipstream, start gaining. The McLaren is quick in a straight line as well, though, I feel. Look at the speed, look at the speed, the absolute gaining speed from the BMW once they get onto the bank in. But then when they get off it again, the BMW stalls out. He would have had him, though. Across the line, it's Günther ahead. But they won't break for the last lap, will they? They will go flat out and just go straight on. Now then, listen, hear me out here. Hear me out. I have a feeling that Props, even in the feature race, so not the sprint race, the 40-minute race, is going to drop back, happily live with P2, stay behind, save fuel, and then either try to take it with a shorter pit stop, or just try to take it at the end as well. Because we've got such a long run down to start finish. Got 2 laps left after this one. Williams has been overtaken by Alfred. But the Porsche is struggling in a straight line. Around the outside, the BMW is coming back. Look at the speed from that BMW. Doesn't get it though. No way he's going to get it around the outside. No way he's going to get it around the outside. No way, right? No way indeed. Defends the inside. Does Alfred. That settles that. So props then. He's going to go for the second to last lap, or is he going to wait till that last lap and try and risk it all with a run on Brody Gunter? Or is Brody Gunter going to pull something out of the bag that we all didn't expect? Of course, that's possible as well. Here we go, he's close now. Props this close. If he isn't going for it now, then we're sure he's been waiting till the last lap the whole time. No, he's braking. He's waiting. He's waiting, ladies and gentlemen. We expected this to happen. We'll try and put him off once again down in the turn one. Is not going to happen. Instead, almost put himself off there. He was off the line. A better exit for the BMW. It just seems to have more front end in that car for Jordan Probst. Jordan Gunter needs to turn the car more on, or with his right foot to the loud pedal. Tries to get it turned on throttle. Williams is close to Alfred as well. We'll catch up on that as soon as these two have crossed the finish line. But then, this is what it's going to come down to now then. That run from Probst. Don't be too close. This is good. He's going to get it. He's going to get it. It's full throttle from here now. As long as Gunter doesn't start weaving, which technically isn't allowed anyways. Moves once. Moves twice. Moves 3 times. Sir, you have to stay high now. You can't come back low when he does. That's weaving. And that, I am very sure, is not allowed. But here comes the run from Jordan Probst across the line. Who's going to get it? It's the BMW, like I said. Probst gets it. And Gunter comes through in P2. Williams is the same with Alfred. However, Alfred gets it. He had a big enough gap. Nick Batista. He has the run on the Porsche element. The Porsches have been struggling with straight line speed this whole race. This is going to be a drag as well. This is going to be the Porsche or the Aston Martin. It's going to be the Porsche that gets it. And that was race 1. Look at the margins. 72 thousandths of a second for P1 and 2. 27 eventually for, or conveniently for P7 and 8. And then less than half a second for P4 and 5. If that doesn't get you excited for race 2, then I don't know what does. Here's Fred Thompson. He will be the last one across the line. But what a race that was. then, I just talked for a whole while, telling you the results. We'll go over those results again then, because I was muted. Jordan Propston P1, Brody Gunter P2, Alex Howland P3, Johnny Alfred P4, Jarrell Williams P5, Ken Esther P6, Brian Dees P7, Nick Batista P8, Joshua Rutherford P9, Corey Rutherford in P10, Fred Thompson in 11th, Facundo Rago 12th, and Vernon Markheim in P13. I still have a cold, guys, so I'm gonna take this time that we get from the lovely folks at ASRL, just 5 minutes in this warm-up session, to rest my voice, and I'll be back with you come the start of race 2. Well then, thank you very much for your understanding. Monarch Music Productions, so much for my prediction. Good win, Jordan. I told you my boy Jordan would do it in the BMW. That BMW is a missile in a straight line. So let's take a look then at how the drivers will be lining up for this second race. Vernon Markheim will be in pole position. And Facundo Rago in P2, Fred Thompson P3, Corey Rutherford P4, Joshua Rutherford P5, Nick Batista P6, Brian Dees in 7 out of Ken Estep in 8, Jarrell Williams P9, Johnny Alfred P10, Alex Howland in P11, and Brody Gunter in P12. Last but not least, we have Jordan Props, of course, winner from last race, 13th on the grid. I think, because of the fact that Vernon Markheim is not going to start, Facundo Rago will actually have the pole position. Well then, predictions for this second race. Let them come in. I say this is going to be a Facundo Rago masterclass. 2 wins from pole position. We had Jordan Props in race 1, and we're going to have
Green,
Rago in P2. And we're green. Fred Thompson's going to let the whole field pass before they even get to turn 1. Oh, Facundo is off, and the whole field is going to be bunched up into him. Did well, everyone, to avoid bigger contact there, but this has not been the evening for Facundo Rago. So far, my predictions of Facundo Rago to win, and I'm sorry, that's the commentator curse right there. Look at the gap though that Joshua Rutherford has had now. 4.1 seconds to Williams behind. He's closely followed by Batista. And Alfred in P4. Closely followed by Facundo Rago in P5. He's not out of this, but he has damage to that car. Brody Gunter in P6. He did well in those opening stages. Jordan Props from last race, down to P9. Taking it easy. Taking it easy. Of course, we're looking at when are those pit stops going to be made for Rago. And the Mercedes. Mercedes that has been quick as well in the straight line. And he doesn't do it. Brody Gunter almost went past Alfred there into the braking zone. Now it's difficult though, because now you're stuck in kind of a slipstream terrain. However, if someone makes a mistake, you gotta go for it around the outside for Gunter. Around the outside of 2 maybe. Also sending on Batista. Well then, if Gunter just wins this one, he still seals that championship. So all Brody Gunter needs to do here is make sure he stays safe. Play his cards right. Don't try and overtake too quick. He's got time here. Time is on his side. 40 minutes this race. We're only on lap 2. And he's already up in P4. Doesn't even need to win to get the championship here. Brody Gunter's got it though. He's done it. Brody Gunter has gone past Batista. Batista showing the outside. He knows also that Gunter's got to be quicker. He's not going to fight that too much, too hard. Rutherford on the 1:24.323. That quickest lap time gets taken by Gunter, 1:23.334. See the difference in speed there. Second quicker last lap for Brody Gunter. 2/10 quicker from Jarrell Williams behind Rutherford. Who's next on the list for Brody Gunter? Alfred is close to Batista. He's not going to go for it though. He's not going to go for it. Gunter has gotten Williams already. How's this happened then? There must have been a mistake there from Williams. Look how far he's dropped back immediately. There must be a mistake there. Now he has Facundo Rago opposite side as well. The damage isn't out of it. If you can find some clean air, or just try and cling onto the back of Gunter, then he's still right there. He's got the speed. needs to find the consistency now. Brody Gunter in P2, chasing down Rutherford, Joshua Rutherford in P1. 3 seconds is the gap. How long do you think is it going to take him to close that gap? We've got Batista under pressure from Johnny Alford. Johnny Alford wants to get past desperately in the Porsche, but doesn't find their way past. Now then, maybe around the outside, he's going to get the better run onto the banking. Yeah, you can see everyone now going below that wide line. Aston Martin of Batista comes up to try and force the Porsche of Alfred high. Didn't work though. The Porsche tucks back into the slipstream, pulls out, and he's just going to have another exit of the last corner. Tucks back in. Here we go. Here comes that run. Also has to watch out, of course. Estep is behind him in the BMW. Batista, here he has the Porsche up is inside. Alfred is not going to get it, and now he's under attack from Estep. It has taken him too long, and Estep gets through in the BMW. Great work from Ken Estep. Makes short work of Alfred. However, though, they're almost 3 wide in the background. Probst, however, gets out ahead of both of them. He needed that as well. I don't think he's going to win this race. I think he's too far back for that. But never say never. He's going to cut down again. He's going to get massive speed. So is Brody Gunter. He's caught up to Rutherford. Aston Martin is quick as well on the straight line. Howland on the back of Estep. Estep looked like he was going to overtake Alfred and then even go and attack Batista. But he's done the opposite. He's dropped back and is now under attack from Howland. Gunter, however, is lining up Rutherford here. It's not going to be long before he's passed. And there he goes up the inside. Really can't waste any time here because behind him is Facundo Rago, who we know is quick. Here we go then. Show me what you can do. Facundo Rago, Brody Gunter, both of them are passed now. Rutherford, instead of being first, now down to P3. Rago is missing some straight line speed with that car. Excuse me. He's missing some straight line speed. I don't think it's going to be too big of an issue for Brody Gunter. He has the pace and he knows he does, but Facundo Rago behind him might be even quicker. Even in a damaged car, but then to try and break away from Gunter, try and break that slipstream is going to be massively difficult for Rago. And I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's going to happen in the opposite way, because Rago has got no straight line speed with the front nose of that car off. It's quick in the corners, but not in a straight line, and you have quite a lot of it here. Well then, let's take a lap on board with Facundo Rago. Next time round, And I'll shut up so you can listen to the beautiful rumble of that Mercedes. There we go then. Enjoy this lap around the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Well then, Facundo went for it on that lap, but you can see the straight line speed that he's missing with that front nose of the car off, that front grille. You can clearly see the speed that he's missing. That's not ideal for him. Because when he gets ahead, Brody Gunther easily catches up. One thing you don't want is when you get ahead that the driver behind can easily catch up. But he did that to himself. Spun on cold tyres. Just wanted a little bit too much on lap 1. Oh, that is just... It sounds like the car is braking all the time. Here's another battle between Ken Estep and Jordan Probst. Jordan Probst does not have the speed that he had in race 1. That has vanished for some reason. That has vanished completely. Rob stays ahead. That's where he wants to be. Howland is going to try and overtake Johnny Alford. He's not going to get him though. On the cutback maybe. But I will wait for next lap. Or for the next time they get onto the back kid, or just force him into a mistake and he's completely gone. Johnny Alford off the track. And now, instead of fighting for 5th, he's all the way down on P9 because he cracked under the pressure. Sometimes you don't even need to overtake a driver, just put them under pressure and let them make the mistake. And that was the perfect example there from Alex Howland. 4 different manufacturers in the top 4. Jordan Probst getting closer to Batista. For him it's vital that he gets past in time. Here we go, cross start finish. He's close to Batista now. Esteban is closer to him though. Does he go for the attack? He doesn't. Batista's deep down in the turn 1. It's going to give him a better cut back out of turn 1. So nothing's going to happen there. Arago, Gunther Still close to each other. You just can't break the toe at this circuit. It's so strong. If you want, you can easily gain back 5, 6 tenths. And there are not a lot of drivers in this field that are 5, 6 tenths quicker than the whole field. So you're never going to outdo that. Well then, Probst, he's going to go for it now, surely on Batista. Also to try and get rid of the BMW of Esther behind him, because that has been sticking to the back of him. He attached a rope, and he gave it a good fisher's knot, and he's not going to take that knot out. However, he might go ahead of him though. Probst is being overtaken by Esther. And Estep gets it down to the turn 1. However, Probst fights back around the outside of the corner. Oh no, Fred Thompson is into the wall on the outside as well. They get past that cleanly. That position stays for Jordan Probst. Remember, Jordan Probst won in race 1. There's none of that pace to be seen right now. Drago is just overtaken Brody Gunter. Now you can see once again the speed that Mercedes is missing. Well, McLaren just comes back round the outside of him. Here we go, tuck in now. Now he's going to start gaining again. That's never going to be in time for the finish line. Oh, Brody Gunter into pit lane. Brody Gunter, first one to open the score with pit stops. How long is it gonna be his pit stop? Brody Gunter's pit stop. Has taken a pit stop of 16.77 seconds and a total pit time as he rejoins again. Quite a dangerous rejoin, I have to say though. When he rejoins again, a total pit time of 43.1 seconds. So that's the total time lost on pit road with a 16.77 second stop. You can do the maths if she's going to be ahead or behind Facundo Rago by the time they get out. Facundo Rago is going to stay out as long as possible. William has overtaken Joshua Rutherford around the outside of the corner. Yeah, Rutherford is dropping back now. A couple of drivers already made their pit stop. Brody Gunter, Alex Howland, Jordan Probst, and Fred Thompson. Don't forget Fred Thompson. All those pit stop times were around the 16.7 to the 17.05 mark. So all within 0.3 of a second. Well then, Probst with his pit stop made. He's going to try and get past Alex Howland. Also has made his pit stop. So this will be for position. It's going to be so close come the exit of pit lane at the moment. Can't tell them apart. You just can't tell them apart. Rago is out. Ahead of Brody Gunther. There it is. Kaboom! Brody Gunther has been beaten by Facundo Rago. Facundo maybe didn't stay out for long enough. Because now we've got him back in that toe again. And that toe is going to make it easy for him to overtake you down the oval part. However, he does have a better car now. He does have a normal car now. So the speed difference there should be a bit less. So that slipstream is going to help massively. We're over halfway now. And half of the field has made their pit stops. Hold it. We've got more people on pit road. Joshua Rutherford into pits. Yeah, Facundo Rago with the grid on that car is making some strides forward. Now this has never ever happened in all my commentary history that I've got both predictions for both races right. That has never happened before. Usually when I tell someone, he either crashes or he doesn't even finish. So let's hope that's not going to be the case with the Rago. Seventeen and a half minutes left here. And Ken Estrup is within half a second of Nick Blasista. You know, this is not the Ken we're looking for. Ken Estrup would have absolutely sent it right there. Says also he's been in pit lane already, but I don't believe that. Oh, there is the send. I told you he would. And Batista almost gets shoved out of the way. I told you he would send it. And he did right there. Through turn 2 and 3. Absolutely sent it up the inside of Batista. And that's what I thought was going to happen to Batista earlier on. He's now got company of Alfred behind him in the Porsche. Brody Gunther is overtaken Facundo Rago. What has happened there then? Nothing, just on pace. The Mercedes is fine as well now, so he can come back as well. Alfred is going to overtake Nick Batista. He's going to go into pit lane anyways. Made that clear nice and early. So went low, went below the white line, as you're supposed to do. Made it clear nice and early that he was going to pit. Nicholas Bautista, how long is he going to be stationary for? That was 17 seconds. Yeah, around that 17-second mark again. 17.5 seconds seems to be the average. Here's Ken Estep on the back of Alfred. Top three still have to make their pit stop. Williams is doing that now. So Williams has now got into pit road. And so is Johnny Alfred going to do it. Ken Estep is going to follow him in. Now then, that'll promote Günther up into the lead of the race. Facundo Rago in P2. He can do what happened last time round. Just sit behind, try and figure out where you want to be come the last lap. 40 minutes remaining. Is he going to get him? What are your predictions? We saw last race that it could come down all the way to the last lap. To 72 thousandths of a second. So what do you reckon? Is he going to get him or not? Let me know in the live chat. Here we go, Facundo Rago's close enough. He's holding back though. He's trying to figure out where he wants to be come the last lap. And you don't blame him, because the only thing I can see is that that is going to be the way that this is going to be won. Well then, Facundo Rago, half a second is the gap. Is he going to go for it here? He's not. Stays behind once again. It's the same. Going to go for Alfred. At this point, you've got to think. The gap of that is 7.5 seconds. We're probably not going to gain that much. So I would think about trying my tactics here. We'll try to gain together. Here we go again. Same counts for Facundo, same counts for Johnny Alford. Have to be smart about where you're going to try it. Johnny Alford, he's close enough though. Is he going to try something? 7.8 seconds the gap. Surely he is. Oh, he's not. Well then, we're inside the last 10 minutes. Johnny Alford is going to go for it again. You can't help but notice that lap after lap, the same of course is happening. And here we go. Is he going to go for it now? This is the closest he's ever been. Close to the outside. It's the inside that works here. Not the outside. The Mercedes is wide though. There's the chance now for Alford. Doesn't take it. And then into the infield, there's not a lot that he can do here. Rather than just stick behind and hope for the best. Hope that he makes a mistake somewhere. But I can't see Howland, such a consistent driver, make a mistake anyway. Condrago has tried to overtake Brody Gunther. He's trying to feel the waters of that overtake on start-finish. Oh, what has happened to Howland? Alex Howland, what have you done, sir? Oh, goodness me. Alex Howland inside. Has he gone too wide? I think he's gone too wide. Yeah, he's gone way too deep down on turn one. There's that mistake that he wanted. Oh, it gets thrown across the track. There's that mistake that Alfred was waiting for, and I was putting him under pressure for the whole time. And like I said, you don't always need to overtake them. You just have to put them under pressure. And then that mistake will come from itself. I got him down as my winner. the beginning of the race, I got Jordan Props right, who's down P4. He's regained himself a couple of positions. And he's on his way up to Williams as well now. Has got 5 minutes left to do so. But I've got Facundo Rago down as my winner. I got Props right, and it never happens that I usually get someone right. So that in itself is unique in itself. But if I get 2 right, so 2 for 2 on an evening, is completely special. Never happens. Here we go for Kundarago trying to feel the waters again. Meanwhile, they're increasing their gap to Williams behind. Go back onto the banking again. Well then, last 3 minutes of the race. Now I excuse myself for not being as talkative as I usually am. Like I said during the break of race 1 and race 2, not feeling well. We pushed through. We pushed through. The only way to do that is to stay here. 3 minutes left. 2 laps after this one, I expect. Yeah, 2 laps after this one, for sure. Facundo Rago is not close enough this time round. I don't think he's going to get there. Needs to be closer than this. Props is close to Williams to be the best BMW. Props will do exactly the same as he did last time round. 2 laps to go. Here's Props. He will stay behind Williams until that last lap. Watch my words. Just posted the fastest lap of the race, 1:21.784. Done so well to keep the pressure off from Rago. Probably going to deserve something here. For sure. Maybe even deserves P1, but same could be said last time round for Günther. Kept the pressure off from Props the whole race, and then in the end got sniped at the line. This is where Rago needs to be. Ideally, he needs to be a little bit closer, close to the outside. He's got to get a better exit. This is where he needs to be come the last lap. Doesn't get there now. But this is it then, crunch points for this battle. Props is going to go to the outside, he's going to test the waters here. And he's going to get that for sure. Alfred is also close once again. Is Alfred going to go for it on this lap? No, everyone is now going to stick behind. No one is going to go for it. We're on board with Facundo Rago. Joshua Rutherford has seemingly crashed again. We'll have a look at that in a second. This is it. This exit for Facundo Rago. He's going to decide if he's going to get it. Brody Gunther, no matter what, is going to be champion if he just completes this full throttle zone as always, as he's done the last 29 laps. Moves to the right once, just stays low. The way to move for Facundo Rago. It's going to be a drag race down to the line, and it is going to be the McLaren of Brody Gunther. He's going to get it. There's contact between the two. Gunther is your champion and your winner of race 2. Rago doesn't get it. Does he get it to Williams? Yes, he does. And Alfred, where is he going to go? Still has this whole straight to go. There's damage though on the Porsche. I don't think he's going to get it. No, he's dropping back even in the slipstream. That damage on that Porsche is too much. Well then, Brody Gunther is your champion of this season. And boy oh boy is that deserved. Such a dominant performance in so many races. Struggling to do donuts even on the grass. Well then, we're waiting for Brian Dees to come across the line. Here he is. But what a race we've just seen. Across the line for Brian Dees to complete round number 14, the second to last round of the season. Let's have a look at those results. Really good to wins and is your champion of this season. Facundo Rago in P2 ahead of Jordan Probst in P3. Carroll Williams in P4, Joshua Rutherford in P5, Johnny Alford P6, Kenneth to P7, Nick Batista P8, Ryan Dees P9, Corey Rutherford P10, Alex Hallam P11, Fred Thompson in P12 and 13, Vernon Mordecai not taking part in any of the 2 races here this evening. Well then, thank you all very much for watching once again. We appreciate every one of you. Next week, we'll have the American Sim Racing League at Atlanta, which is going to be an incredible race. I'm looking forward to that one. Join us then, same time as today. I'll see you there. Until then, stay safe and see you there. Bye-bye.
You